Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you guys doing? Welcome to my live stream. Today is another beautiful Saturday that the Lord has made, and we shall indeed rejoice and be glad in it. So, how are you guys doing? What is going on in your location? How is your Saturday going? Are you already in the groove mood? Are you already in the party mood? Are you out for wedding, graduation, Saturday events? Let me know what you're up to this beautiful day. Once again, guys, welcome to my live stream. As you come into this live stream today, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to share, and don't forget to contribute in the comment section. And for those watching me from Facebook, how you guys doing? Welcome to my live stream. So today is going to be Saturday Roundup, where we have a lot of things to discuss. Absolutely a lot to deliberate on today. A lot happened within the week, and I will need your own contribution to today's event. Hi, Virginia. Thank you for joining me today. How are you doing? I know it's evening in your location. How are you doing? What's going on in your area? Wow. How you guys doing, by the way? Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this live stream. Don't forget to share. And most importantly, contribute in the comment section on our discussion. So we'll be talking about everything and everything, okay? Yeah, I didn't just want to do one person title, but it's going to be a lot to discuss today. And I want to believe your day started on well. I want to believe your Saturday is going on great. The weather for me is 9 a.m. and I'm just waking up to a very lazy Saturday for me. Yeah. Why am I saying it's a lazy Saturday? I would have been up for this live stream 2 hours ago, or an hour ago. I couldn't just make up my mind whether to come or not to come. A friend of mine from Cameroon left me a voice message. What's going on? You know, that we are missing you on the street, blah, blah, blah. I said, I know, boys. So here I am to catch up with all my beautiful people, to catch up with my friends and my, people that love Oyoyo and love what Oyoyo is doing on social media. Thank you guys for joining me today. If you're on Facebook, please do me well. Like this video, share this video as well. And remember my star buttons, my star is on. You can also gift me stars to support what we are doing here. So we'll be talking about everything that happened the week and within the week and much more. So feel free to join in as we get to that conversation that warms your heart. A lot happened. Hi, Amy Riyadh, beautiful one. How you doing? Thank you for joining me today. How is your Saturday going? Gores came in here, but I wasn't ready at the time. Gores, if you're still out there, come back, says. So a lot happened within the week. Ooh. There is never a time you click on Instagram, you don't get to see something to talk about, okay? And you see the reel, and then you better see the the Instagram one, because there is reality and Instagram. So I'm just looking at Destiny Etiku and her picture. Man, Instagram one is better than the real one, okay? Anyway, by the way, happy birthday to Destiny Etiku. Today is her birthday. She's the drama doll, Nigerian Nollywood actress, and she's been dishing it out for the past 2 days about her birthday. So if you're Destiny Etiku's lover, wish her a happy birthday today, August 12th, as she celebrates. All right, drama doll. A lot has been happening from Gist Lover to Dr. Kemi. I don't know if people noticed that Dr. Kemi was stylishly, advising Gist Lover, or rather discrediting Gist Lover and all of that stylishly, politically, or anyhow you can think of it. So those are one of the things that happened within the week. trying to say you're giving advice while you're making the person's work look as if it's not legitimate. And other things happen within the week. There is drum of war in ECOWAS, and they're really drumming to go to Niger to fight Niger. And I wonder whose children they want to throw it to the battlefield, because their own children, the people calling for this, all their children are overseas, or the ones that are not overseas, they are not in the military, and the ones that are within them there, they are not in the police force. And the story that I heard over the week, that youth corpers are backup soldiers in Nigeria. I say, oh. If to say I know, say I be backup at the time I went for youth service, I wouldn't have served. Okay. So if you're signing up for youth service going forward, you should be able to know that you're now a backup for Nigerian army in case of war. That's what the defense minister, defense whatever. Yeah, the person in charge of defense said that on the national television, and people were like, are you really serious? Anyways, so that happened within the week, and this morning the youth of Kano State took to the street to demonstrate that they are not interested in going to war with Niger. What is your opinion? If you're a Nigerian watcher, listener, what is your opinion on that? Hi, Goras is back. Hi, beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Please, you didn't hear that one, Emmy. After Gist Lover broke the gist of Church Hill, Tonto Dike's ex-husband, and Rosie Moore. Oh my goodness, Kemi did not take it lightly. She says she's a journalist. She's an investigative journalist. Blah blah blah. So she went digging. She said she discussed with them. She was showing pictures of going to their home in Banana Island. Blah 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 blah, confirming what Eniola posted, and then 2 days after, she started telling Gist Lover, you don't let anything spoil your work. You have to make sure you verify your information before you post. All those kind of, stylish jabs. So she said quite a lot on her Kemi's Instagram. She said quite a lot. I was like, what is going on here? Anyways, let that man face their other things and leave us alone. Emmy, sincerely speaking, I heard this morning, I saw somebody on Arise TV advising they're saying is only an inexperienced president that would jump to work in 3 months of assuming office. And if you look at it the other way, the Nigerian army is not even prepared. They've not defeated Boko Haram that is in their own country. They did not defeat those people terrorizing Zamfara state. Is it now to go and fight in another man's country where you don't know their terrains, you don't know the mountains, you don't know anything about the desert, you have no idea things about them. You want to go and defeat them. They shouldn't just take people's children to that. Nigeria is going through a lot. They should be thinking about how to cushion the suffering of the people, how to provide electricity and security, how to, vamp their infrastructures, how to make things work, how to make private sectors a strong sector in the country, and then how to make public service job lucrative. Not this one that politicians are stealing money, putting in their bank account for holidays. Some people were saying it was 35 million that they got in the Senate. One senator said it was 2 million, but he did not receive his own. So a lot on that are going on. House Senator Fabio, now after doing all their session, now said that they've been credited a token to go spend jolly the holiday, okay? And he did not know that the NTA camera was still very much live. First experience being a Senate president, a lot of flaws got to happen. It took the clerks of the of the Senate to say, no, you don't say that. You don't say that. He tried to retrieve the word, but you can't retrieve a spoken word. That's why we keep saying, be careful what you share, be careful what you say, because you don't know where that might be damaging to you. All right. Host, drop the link. Okay, sis, let me drop the link. Let's talk about everything happening. A lot happened And even up until this morning, Gist Lover is still breaking news. Okay. I don't anything about Tinubu and his plan. No, Tinubu, if you really leave Tinubu, the Tinubu I know is not ready for war. Trust me. But maybe people around him are telling him, no, you have to show your strength. You have to show your strength. You're the head of ECOWAS. If they leave Tinubu, Tinubu just wants to be a Nigerian president. Not all of those things that comes with it. ECOWAS. He just wants to be Nigerian president. They should leave him to be Nigerian president and not to be president of war. Okay. All right. My link is down, and Gores said, Auntie Kemi should go and sit down. Oh. He introduced herself. She introduced herself past the founder of journalism itself with her class. Hi, Gores. I know you to be a very sweet, calm lady. I don't know you like this. Leave Auntie Kemi, just like Blessing CEO is self-acclaimed expert. Auntie Kemi is number one, the founder of investigative journalism. When I read what Auntie Kemi said, I wanted to make a short video about it because I didn't like that. If you feel what Gist Lover was doing wasn't okay, if you weren't chasing clout as well, you guys have a way of talking to each other. What happened to inbox? How can you come and rubbish him that way as if every news he has ever shared are all false? She started mentioning when this lover said this about the Anambra police saga. She made reference to that one. Oh, come on, you don't say that. When somebody was trying to help fight what was going on in Anambra State, you understand? People took to the streets. They didn't even want him to say anything because they knew that the information this lover had was very strong. But Auntie Kemi tried to rubbish all of those in those her advice moment as a journalist. Welcome, beautiful Emmy. Welcome. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon, Rose. Good afternoon, everyone in the comment section. I greet you all. Well, for the chemist gist, sorry, I'm stretching. For the chemist gist, I don't follow her. I don't follow Gist Lover again. It's been a while. I haven't followed Gist Lover. Going to 4 months, I be 6 months now because I discovered that the two of them they are all the same thing. They all bring out information of the lowest bidder. And when it is time for them to, those talks that you were supposed to see their mouth or see their contributions, they come out and they fail woefully. That's why I gave up on all of them. Both the Gist Lover, even that Gist Lover, I just threw him out of people that I'm subscribed to on Instagram. Because election period, he showed himself well. They're all useless people, useless bloggers. When it is time for them to bring out the real information, you will not see them. It's who left his wife, who left his husband. You will see them. This lover should leave who left his or her husband or who left his or her wife. It's not his or her business. Anybody that want to leave their wife, this lover should leave them alone. We have more issues in this country than to be looking for who pursue wife, who pursue husband. They're all useless people.
But
As I'm not
Emmy,
even
Emmy,
going
let
to
me
their
ask
dedicated
you,
to
let me ask you a question. Politics, right? Politics is not doesn't fetch money that much. And then you're going to definitely, if you start taking side on politics as a media person, you're going to, offend a lot of people. So maybe that's why they didn't want to dive deep into those, so that
No,
they
I
wouldn't.
know the issue these people because Lizzie and I don't know if you know who is Lizzie Anjorin. Lizzie Anjorin exposed a lot of things. Here these journalists, it's not as if they cannot do politics. They are hungry people. When I mean hungry people, who gives them less funds, they will bring out your gist. Lizzie Anjorin was saying something about there was one drama that came out between one Yoruba actress and Gist of her last year. But that matter, just over covered it. Why? Because money enter. Why did he cover it? Why?
Oh,
Why did you cover it? Because money enter. Lizzy came out to expose it. Then just over came to his own Instagram, started ranting, started cussing Lizzy and Jerry. I beg, all of them are the same thing. My Insta blog, oh, all of them are the same thing. See that cutie juice. That one is in the midnight. He will come and praise the reset administration and run away. They are all the same thing, please. I don't, I don't credit any one of them. They are all the same. For that one that is declaring a war up and down, just like he said, the man just want to just be answering president. He does not want the work or the responsibilities that comes with it. That's why he has almost 40 something ministers. And in fact, if it's possible to clear the whole nation just to attain that position, he will do it. My own is, please, the Niger people, they should prepare for them. When they come, they should. I'm not in a very
I mean,
good.
you don't be better person.
I'm not in a very good mood today.
You
The
know
J
what?
people
You know
should
what I
listen.
said in my mind. Remember when Russia and Ukraine? It's not the person
Eh,
that
no.
sounded we are ready. Look at what
Yes,
Ukraine did
no.
to
Uh-huh.
mighty Russia. So,
Uh-huh.
mm,
So let
mm,
the Niger wait for them. Eh? Anybody that allow his or herself to use as a capital lamp for Nigerian government, let the family prepare ahead. Because
see,
I feel that we have gotten to that point that it's not everything you're telling people. The government is owing soldiers salary. When like they even increase their salary, they will not
that's
sit
it.
there to carry gun and go and fight. You said you will go and the soldier and going to fight. Your family should just prepare ahead. Anything they see, they should take it like that.
But you know, for the
The-
soldiers, they don't have any option unless you resign.
No, no, no. Please, people should not say that they don't have option. So long as it involves human life, you have an option. Just like this NYSC thing they are saying, they are wasting their time. There's okay, I'm not gonna say because you served in NYSC, you come out. So long as it involves life and death, you have an option.
No,
As
why
many
I
people
said
think,
for the army. Well,
mm,
once you sign to be in the army, you sign to defend the country and everything that comes with it. The only option you have is to resign. They will discharge you without any benefit, without anything. So you lose everything you can ever think of you acquired. So they don't have any option in terms of they want to keep their job and they don't want to go to war. No. Is it
let me ask you a question. You don't want to resign and lose all your benefits that you are even alive, they're even owing you. Oh. Talk more of the one that you are expecting in the future, and you go to the war and they buy you there. Which one is better?
See, let me also say here, let's say something here. You know, when you're taking oath of allegiance in the US, you understand, you're going to agree that if war comes and you are 18 and above, you can carry arms. That's in the US. So they can call anybody that is fit to carry arms so far you're 18 and above. If there is any war against the country here, every one of us, you've already taken the oath that you can defend the country, you can carry arms. You know, when I heard that news, I was like, what are they trying to copy? They want to copy the policy of a country that is working, but they don't want to enforce the things that made those countries working. For the youth service tone, it was laughable. For the army, I don't think they have options. But for the youth corpers, very laughable because if you put my name there, are you going to drag me to war? Do you understand? You can't drag me to war. I will tell you there and there, I am not ready for this job. So take me out. And unless if they now make it mandatory that if you don't go, your family will be deleted. And you know, I don't pass anything over Nigerians. They might do that, but it hasn't gotten to that as of now. So I
Well,
wanted to, yeah, go ahead.
You have a very strong point there. But what me, I'm just saying is that so long as it has involved life, it has involved death. Hey, my dear, if I even have a sibling or a relative in the army, I'll tell them don't try it though. The one that you have worked for till August 2023, Ozuona, come home. You are alive. You can get another job or you can start up a business. Do you know how many people that died in the war that till now Nigerian government have not even buried them officially? Talk more of giving them grants. Have you forgotten the pension story in
Story,
Nigeria? Have you
yeah,
forgotten?
yeah.
You will now say because of benefits you want to get in the future that you have not even seen today's own. Oyoyo,
You know,
the word
the
is
way
enough for
these
the
people
wise.
go, they can use any means to make these people go to that war. Remember when the fight for Boko was happening? Some of the army people on their way in the forest, they say they don't do it again. We don't know if they are alive till today or if they don't buy them. We don't know. I really pray they will ask them voluntarily if you want to do this, sign up. If you're not, I mean, if you're not strong, you should you should go. But I was having that conversation with someone. The person said that she is really laughing at Nigerian government for ever thinking of that. That did they see the people, the army in Niger, that they will use knife and be cutting themselves, telling you that Odieshi, they don't feel pain. They don't have
The
anything to do.
funniest, the funniest thing is that do you know that this whole Niche war thing, it's just like when you're cooking soup, the last thing you put is leaf. The first thing this one went to go and put is leaf when you want to cook onubu soup. You don't just come out and say you are giving 7 days ultimatum. You have not gone for you have not gone for why are you laughing now?
Why would I like it's laughable?
You have not even gone for peace talks. You have not even met the troops. You have not done dialogue. Nothing. You just come. That's the same way they came out on this thing. You just declare subsidy is gone. I mean, is it thinking this is Lagos? This is not Lagos. This is now Nigerian politics. Just come out. You're giving them 7 days ultimatum. Are they your kids? Are they your children? Do you think they are Nigerians that don't know what they
Thank
want?
you. Thank you. Are they Nigerians? You know?
Nigerians that you will suffer. The next 4 years, they give them bag of rice, they will still go and vote you again. They are not Nigerians. They know what they want. These people not Nigeria just came out. You're giving them 7 days
But
ultimatum. As what?
Emmy, let's go back a little bit. Remember from history, you understand, during Abacha school, they don't go to beg for how to make things work. They will it's either they fight back, you understand, or another military person will take over. You will do another coup and take over. Abacha came as a military coup. Babangida, yeah, at least these two were military coup. I think it was a Babangida that took Abacha off, or took Buhari off. Even Buhari himself was military coup during the first time he was president. Buhari came through the coup. Now you want to tell another person not to do coup, okay? And why is Buhari not saying anything? He has a home in Niger. He built train all the way to Niger from Nigeria. He said if Nigeria should give him trouble, he will run to his paradise in Niger. How come he's not talking? When I saw Sanusi, the former emir of Kanu, with this cool guy, I was like, wow. So now you can talk with military juntas. Now you can deliberate with them. You can discuss with them. In the past, it wasn't like that. Is either you come close, your bees, buy immediately, or another person will take over. So they now, I believe they in their heart of hearts, they know that what those people are agitating is the right agitation they are making. They're tired of suffering, and then for the French people and all of that. So maybe that's why they're trying to negotiate with them. But
And the funniest part is that negotiation will not work.
yeah,
Do you know why it will not work? When they announced the coup, the first approach that their daddy gave them was what spoiled everything. It's just like you cannot come and beat me finish. After beating me, you now come and tell me why are you crying. Let us discuss why you first of all cry. After you have beaten me without hearing from me, without doing anything. So all this one they are doing, it will not, just know that I've told you, it will not bring any positive this thing. And if Nigeria chook their head too much to go and send military to war, thank God Lagos is close to Ogun State. From Ogun State, I can enter Ghana because I I don't understand.
Ghana is
We
under
are here,
ECOWAS now.
we are
Nigeria is not going alone.
at least when the repercussions will come, they will face Nigeria first before they will think of Ghana.
Yeah.
Even the Ghana self are not even giving them 100% support. It is only Nigeria that is choking head as if it is their battle.
Maybe the
Even
man
Ghana,
wants to
yes.
act. Do you think
The news came out yesterday. Even Ghana, I think Syria alone, or is it Liberia? They're not even giving him 100%. They are asking for peaceful dialogue. It is Nigeria that is declaring war, 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 war.
you know why? The man wants to be seen as working, an effective ECOWAS president, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that's why he's trying, but deep down in their hearts, they know what those people are agitating for is true. But they're going to tell them to continue. No, they can't come out and say, yes, a military rule. They can't. And it's unfortunate if they should think of doing that, because they should remember what happened in Russia, or what is still happening, Russia, Ukraine. Russia army, they are still fighting, despite the fact that Ukrainian army, they are just a small unit or fraction to compare to what Russia had. But it's not a fair play for Russia. It's a very big embarrassment and disgrace for Russia. Maybe Nigeria wants to be disgraced as well, that their army or their military forces is that weak. I don't
Do
know.
you know? Do you know the funniest part? The funniest part is that the people you are going to fight, that you say you want to, install democracy for, they are happy that military
Yes,
took
that's
over
the
in their
thing.
country.
Yes.
It's just like we don't want something. You want to push it down our throat and you want to call it
Yes.
democracy.
Yes.
And you that they say whoever is coming to is it equity? I think must come with a
Yeah,
clean
but
hands.
must come with clean hands. Yes, you're
Thank
right.
you. I've forgotten that on this thing. You that is shouting democracy, democracy. You do not even meet up democracy standard if Nigeria was to be a reasonable country. That's why when he talk like this, they're gonna fire him. Say, okay, go and sit down. You did not even get 25. You did not even win the election. So it is just I wish you listen to conversations of other countries when they talk about these things. You'll be ashamed to be called a Nigerian. This man is just bringing shame to us, and
Honest.
it's not even funny. It's not funny. Okay, go and sit down one place. It's not funny.
Emmy,
But you see,
Emmy, continue, please. Let me get my charger, okay?
okay, see how they talk down on Nigeria. They're like, what's going on in that country? Why are they behaving that way? It's not making sense. We have more issues facing us as a country. Let him focus on stabilizing fuel. We're buying fuel 6 something, and now dollar is over 900 naira. The next thing we are hearing is that fuel price will go up again, because in a country that produces oil, we are still importing oil. We cannot even refine our own oil. And you're talking about what we have lots of things. Minimum wage is low. So many things. It's just like the person that is our house is burning. You left your house that is burning and you want to go and be quenching the fire in somebody else's house. We have lots of issues in Nigeria. We have a drug problem. Companies are leaving Nigeria. Inflation is crazy. So many things. Education. Go to so many parts of Nigeria. Insecurities everywhere. You've left all those ones. You want to go and I beg. Now then, Sabi, anyone they want to go. That one, that is just jab. I don't listen to Nigerian news that much. I only listen to what is happening in judiciary, and that's all. But she see, I'll not carry my time. I'll be listening to all this nonsense. I don't.
Emmy, don't vex. So, anyways, thank you guys for being here. Treasure G said, what is happening? Thank you, Treasure G. Rose, thank you so much, Rose Ehujo. Olufunke, thank you for joining me. Zoe, thank you guys for keeping the comment section busy. I appreciate all your effort and love for being here. Treasure, you say, wait, I beg, wait, what's up with waiting they happen with Nigeria and Niger? Waiting they caused the fight. Niger had a coup. Military took over there democratically, according to them, elected president. The people of Niger took to the street to celebrate the coup. The Nigerian, ECOWAS, all of them are trying to go fight the Niger army to install back their democratic president. The country where they won't go fight for, say they don't want to make you come, leave them to continue with their military. But Nigeria, and then Tinubu is the president of ECOWAS. He wanted to go to war. Senators said no, they are not going to war. Then he said they want to use youth corpers as a backup. If need be, they are going to recruit all youth corpers to go fight. Nigerian youth corpers say no be them, or they did not tell them that when they were coming to for youth service. So it's all over the place, especially with what is going on in Nigeria right now and going on in the world, because this inflation thing they're talking about, cost of living, is not just affecting Nigerians, it's all over the world, all over the world. For example, I went shopping for school supply. A packet of pencil of four, I think it was four pencils, was $7.69. I was really very mad at that price. And my daughter said, that's the one I've been using. That's the one I want. You were using it when it was a lot cheaper. Now it's $7. She said, Mommy, please. So things are really not going well economically. And then Nigeria, the Nigerians are suffering, and Nigeria as a country, they are planning for war. And I brought the question here, asking whose children are they going to throw out there? Do you think it's their children? Their children are overseas. The ones left with them in Nigeria, they are not registered in army, police, or any force you can think about to say they will recruit them. So they are still going to take the masses, those people that continue to allow them to deceive them. That's the way I'm going to put it. Because of election, they will give you 5,000, you sell your conscience, you put them there. Then after the election, they don't care whether you leave or, buy. We saw how subsidy is, dealing with Nigeria. And there is nothing coming from the government. They wanted to give 8,000 naira to every family, or I don't know if it's every family or every Nigerian. Because if it's every family,
They
that's
said to every poor Nigerian. The question I'm asking is, how do you know poor Nigerians?
Thank you. Let me even
Do we even have a proper data of numbers of people we have in this country? If that thing is not scam.
let me even come to that, Emmy. During the COVID, the American government gave what was it called again? I will remember in the course of the conversation. They gave out checks. Trump started it with every adult. Okay. So not every family. Like in my house, it was me and my husband, right? Then eventually Biden said every American. If you have 6 children, you're going to collect that pay for 6 children. And plus you and your husband, that's 8. So a lot of help came from the government. A school friend of mine called me from Germany to confirm if we actually received those checks. I said, yes, we did. He said, wait, Oyoyo, tell me again. I say, yes. And it was $1,200. I say, yes, we got the money. It's not the news. So, and how would they know all Americans? How would they know every American? We have tax numbers, okay? Our social security is tied to our names, our addresses. So your social security is all you need. But Nigeria, like you said, Amy, how can they determine? I was thinking maybe because of the national ID card registration they did, they will be able to determine who and who, is a Nigerian. But how will you determine poor Nigerian? Is it by those that have bank accounts? How would they determine that? Their criteria was just too whack. I was like, these people are not ready. Because if they are ready, it has to start from the local government. It has to start from the villages. And you can't say poor Nigeria. It has to be every Nigeria, because it's not only poor Nigerians that are buying kerosene or gas to cook with or petrol to power their generators. It has to cut across every Nigeria. When I heard that, they said 12 point something million families. I said, excuse me, in a country of 180 million population. I say this government, they don't even know what they are doing. They never think right. Anyways, that is another by the way with this government. We're going to be talking about it. And I'm also going to ask my audience in the community section, if you want me to bring a lawyer who is part of the election tribunal, let me know so I can invite the lawyer to come. Okay, I'm beginning to have guests to come and talk with us here and all of that. So, Uju Wanyama, thank you for being here. Thank you. All things chili. How are you doing, sis? Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. Uju was saying then children were getting $500, you see, adults 1,200, and nurses receive 1,000. So let me think about it. I'm a nurse, for example. I will receive 1,000 and I will receive 1,200, and all my children will get 500. So you can understand the kind of cushion the government provided at the time. Tell me what 8,000 naira can buy in Nigeria. Because I like watching Nigerians shopping vlog. When Rose Okpeke will go to all those her shopping videos, and she'll be telling she bought this 5,000 naira pepper, onions 5,000 naira, and it's not a basket of onions you're seeing. It's not a basket of pepper. I
And
was, yeah,
turkey, chicken turkey now.
uh-huh.
Chicken turkey in my area is, I think, 4,400, and it is 3 wings.
3 wings, 4,400.
I don't know if you know what I mean by wings.
I know, I
That,
know, I know.
and it is 3 wings.
Oh my
So if
God.
I'm buying two, that's like 9,000. That's 6 wings. Those normal sized wings. That's
Yeah,
what one government said he want to give to poor sick.
Nigerians.
I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg.
Ah, anyways, the conversation continues. We'll be talking about this. I'm seriously thinking about bringing a lawyer to discuss all the election tribunal with us.
Please,
I
we
was
are interested though.
Yeah, I was hoping to have a
Yes,
verdict
it's
last
coming.
week when they finish. I don't know when they are giving the verdict. I don't know what they are deciding on that election thing. I am interested in that, and then we'll be talking about that as well in the future. So, all things Chile said, but we fight our own brothers. Oh. It's clear Westerns can't do without Africa. They have had enough already. Can't they just go? The owners of the country say, all things Chile. Thank you so much for saying this. Sincerely speaking, there was a video I watched. After watching that video, I was quiet for about 3 minutes. I couldn't say a word because most of us, we only read the history of our country, if at all, some people do. And then we don't dive to reading the history of other nations to know what went on or what is going on. If you hear about the pact agreement the France did with the Niger and all the countries surrounding them, you will seriously, seriously, seriously weep. But anyway, today is not all about politics. Today is everything that happened in the week. Thank you guys for being here. When Nigeria don't have database, they will get the money and then go share, huddle the money for themselves. It will be like the palliative now. Remember how they saved the thing? People were suffering, they couldn't buy food. You shut down the market, you shut down everywhere. Then people were storing those things for their political election period. That's how it's going to be. They will end up giving that money to their people, in as much as the money cannot buy you cooking gas, or cannot buy you kerosene for 1 month. It cannot buy you food for one person. You can't use 8,000 naira to feed your family in Nigeria right now. It's not possible. But anyway, let's see how that goes. So those are the things we are talking about. We saw a lot of things happen in the during the week. I'm trying to get my list of the things that made the headlines during the week. And also some of them are the things we should also learn from. Um Okay. Let me pull up some of the things that happened. I like the way Aisha talked about it. Aisha said, I like the way she talked about it in the thing that was shared with Linda Ikeji. She even gave a proverb of what is happening. She said that they dodged the bullet, they ended up in a nuclear blast. They dodged a bullet. Now they ended up in a nuclear blast. That information is on Linda Ekeji if you want to read on it. And we recall last a few months ago, the pastor of House on the Rock that came demonstrating with the AK-47. He's in court now, and they are going to try the case. So a lot is happening right now. A lot. When I mean a lot is happening. I was surprised that El Rufai, declined his ministerial appointment, that he's going for a study leave in Netherlands. I was like, what is going on here? Why would that be? Why is he declining? Is it that he's not interested in being part of this government? Is it that he sees that the government is going nowhere and going everywhere? What could be Erufai's reason for, declining the ministerial list? Do anybody have an idea? If you have an idea, let me know in the comment section. And,
Well, I feel okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, for Erufai, I just see that there are lots of things going on in the background we are not aware of. Because him rejecting the ministerial position, hmm, did he reject it,
Yeah,
or
he declined
is
it.
it that what I heard was that after the first screening in the Senate, there were no hiccups, but monitor. Okay.
Then when he came to his own, him and Festus Kiamu, they had some problems.
No, when he came to his own for the screening, he didn't really have much issues, but he got a lot of backlash from Nigerians, and DSS got lots of petition against him. And they were like, okay, let us just halt this thing for like one day. Let's do like a next day screening. And his daddy was like, okay, just give me 24 hours to sort one or two things. And he was like, oh, don't worry, I am not interested again. I feel that there's a lot going on in the background that we are not aware of. And I feel that those things going on are not good. They are not good, but maybe later on we'll find out. And I also feel that this whole thing happening in the north right now, it's really making them very angry, especially this whole Niger war thing. In these 2023 elections, the north were in fact, they gave everything givable, but they lost everything. They lost senatorial seats, even the nominations. The Tinubu picked the worst of the north. Most of the juicy positions went to the west. This El Rufai did not even get ministerial positions. The north and the east were like the people that got almost nothing from his administration. Although that the East didn't give Tinubu anything, they didn't vote him. But the North, that a part of them, especially the Northwest, gave Tinubu lots of votes. When we say North, it's not the whole North that voted him, especially Northwest. So they didn't get anything. And this whole war thing again, Niger and the North, they're like brothers and
Yeah,
sisters. In
yeah,
fact, Niger is like North extension, and
yeah.
you're going to declare war on our brothers. So this whole thing, I have one or two of them as friends, and they're like, they are so pissed at this guy. So I feel that there's this growing resentment of the North, a majority of them towards Tinubu. And I also
Hmm.
think that is what played out between El-Rufai and this whole ministerial thing. And that's what I'm saying, with time, we'll find out what really happened. But it's
Hmm.
not for a good cause.
Hmm. That could be true because I found it very. I said no, no, no. The reason he gave was he's going for his doctorate in Netherlands.
No, no, that's
I
not.
said that doesn't sound like Erufai. And I was wondering why his son, that is always vocal, attacking women and the Igbo people, why he hasn't said a thing. But anyway, that is by the way. So, what else do you guys think about Big Brother Niger and what they are displaying I haven't been watching them until one of them said they said one is married and the wife was expecting, and he was busy doing exhibiting rubbish with Mercy Eke. My opinion is Mercy did not go there to smile. Mercy doesn't care what people say about her anymore. She just wants the money. So anything that will keep her trending, she's going all out. And controversy, we all know trends, okay? People don't really trend on the good stuff, but they trend on the bad stuff. I recall yesterday or day before yesterday, a set of Nigerian debaters, young debaters, they won the international award number one. They didn't make headline news in Nigerian blogs. No, because it doesn't attract traffic. It was Peter Obi that shared the story on Instagram, shared it as well on his Facebook post. Nigerians, nobody celebrated those people. I was like, is Nigerian media also tribalistic? Because the young folks all came from the eastern Nigeria. So I was like, okay, let me leave them. But the things that we are trending rather, was Big Brother Niger or anything else that is not, anything of substance that is trending. So when I saw that Mercy Ake's dance with, is it Floyd or whatever, I was like, yeah, this lady is out for this money. She doesn't care about anything. All she cares about is her 120 million cash prize if she can get it. And then a lot of people were saying that this guy should remember you're a married man, blah, blah, blah. The guy is also eyeing the money. Now that his controversial video is making news, people are getting to know him. People are getting to understand. His wife is also now part of the news. His newborn child, part of the news. So they are using every avenue to get this publicity and also to make money. Co-host, do you have anything to say about that if you're following them?
Okay, the funniest, I think I'm old school for my age. I don't watch BB Ninja. Yeah,
Good.
to me, it's a very useless program. But I used to get one or two updates on TikTok, this, that. I just feel that, just like I said earlier, there is this attitude Nigerians have that is very sickening, and is one of the reasons why before this country will move forward, it will take a lot of work. Nigerians believe once something is not affecting them directly, they are fine with it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's the reason why, with the whole turmoil we are in this country, there's a program called BP Niger. And that's why, no matter, see, even if they sell fuel 1.5 per liter in this country, you will still hear some people come out and say, don't worry, the Lord will provide.
We're going to talk about this thing you just talked about, the Lord will provide. We are going to talk about it. So keep going.
Even if they come out and say a liter of fuel in Nigeria is now 2,000 naira, you see some people that God will still punish. Last, though, I will tell you, don't worry, the Lord is our supply. The Lord will provide. Just leave the government and then keep doing what they're doing. God will punish them. And that is why Nigeria is the way it is. We are very, I don't know, will I say we like our chains? Maybe I should use
Hmm.
that word. We
Hmm.
love,
You say
like,
that again. Say that again.
Nigerians love their chains. They
Hmm.
love their oppressors.
Hmm.
They value them. In fact, they worship. See, if you're a good person in Nigeria, people will not like you.
Wow.
But if you are evil, they'll say he's a strong man.
Hmm.
He's a brave man. I'm on a program now.
All right. I will take it up. Emmy, please attend to what is it at the background. Let me take it up here. So whenever you're done, you can also pump in to contribute. I love your contribution concerning these topics. You're doing justice to them. And once again, thank you guys all for watching me. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share if you're watching from Facebook. Don't forget to share this video as well. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up on Facebook. And if you're watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right. So Emmy talked about God will help and God will do this and God will, and that will bring me to another thing I want us to discuss. We
Rose,
also,
can I talk now? Or should we wait for you to
okay,
finish?
okay.
Sorry about that.
No,
So
go ahead.
in Nigeria, if you are a good person, they just see you that, oh, he or she is weak. Oh, she's a weak man. Oh, he's a weak man. Oh, he's this, oh, he's that. And that is why so many things will be going on in this country. And you will hear someone come out and say, the government just started now. Give them time. Give them time. 3 months, don't they go? How many months should we wait before we expect change from a particular government? And you hear somebody say, it's your tribe's person, support him, or it's not your tribe's person, don't support him. So, my dear, you see, this country's issue is beyond just government. The people themselves are, in fact, nothing to write home about.
Yeah, Uju said
And
that here. Uju said, let me see if I can pull it up, that the citizens are not helping matters. That is a fact.
and that's why things like Bibi Nigeria will continue to sell. If you bring out an educative program, lots of people will not patronize you. They will
Yeah.
feel you are overdoing. They'll tell you, we are no longer in school now. Let us enjoy our lives. So that is why. So my sister, you see, Nigerian matter. The people themselves. I don't want to say that some Nigerians deserve the hardship they get. I don't want to say that. But let me use some. Some actually deserve even more hardship because of their behavior and the way they think. Thank you.
Thank you so much, co-host, for joining me. I really love your opinion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're really amazing. And my co-host talked about the Nigerian attitude. They don't care about what is happening, especially when it's not happening to them directly. They tend to look the other way. It's affecting the country. It's affecting the economy. If it's not affecting it because you can still afford to buy petrol to power your generator, diesel to power your generator, it's still going to affect you in one way or the other. Everybody, we are all in this together. But people don't want, because they think I have the money, why should I cry? After all, it's my brother that is in government. Why should I cry? For the fact that you're benefiting today, tomorrow you might not be there to benefit. I love the way Charlie Boy said it after that bank alert that the senators talked about. Charlie Boy said that one day the children of the poor will start eating the rich people, since they are left with nothing. All right. The attitude of Nigeria, the way they behave to things, and the next thing they will tell you, God will take care of it. I want to bring to our attention here. It has been raining mansion on YouTube, Nigerian YouTube space. Mansion, I built a mansion. This person, this person, beautiful ideas, beautiful story, beautiful success. We are celebrating. And also this week, AY comedian, who has been on a tour for about a month now. He started from US to Canada, I think, back to the US. And then the family also, they've been on vacation from London to Canada to US. So the family were away when their house was gutted down by fire. And then the first thing that came to my mind was how home insurance. I wept because I know when that house, I saw the pictures of that house when it was built. I felt pain. I had to sit my girls down to tell them a little bit about Nigeria home ownership and American home ownership. So the first thing that came to my mind, I hope AY has home insurance. I really hope. Then my kids were not understanding it. By the time I now said that this man is also a YouTuber, that he just got his 1 million placard, they say, "Oh my God!" and he got burned. So the little they understand, that's the one that pained them. So I started showing them the house before and after. I want to use the opportunity to say it here. If you're a homeowner in Nigeria, when we cry overseas that we pay bills, we don't just pay electricity, water bill, and then that is it. Insurance. You pay home insurance in case of eventualities like this. So I really pray and hope that AY has home insurance.
I
But
I I
yeah,
feel that I feel that would you talk show you're welcome, ma. I feel that AY definitely has insurance. You
okay,
know why?
we are going to get there. We are going to
Yes,
get there.
there are some areas where if you're buying a property in Nigeria, you need to have insurance. Even
Okay,
me that I don't really live in the cream de la cream like that, I have insurance. So
home
I
insurance.
feel AY has insurance, yes. Even
Okay.
the car has insurance, the AC has insurance. Anything goes bad, they will take care of it.
Ah, good news to hear. I am so relieved right now. Ujunwa Yoma, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for popping in. I know it's still very early for you, but you are awake.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
it's early. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well.
Yes, we are.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Amy React. The reactor in the building.
I'm fine, no. Good evening,
Ah,
ma.
good evening. You know what made my day was this guy I saw on Instagram, and he was talking about the youth, talking about what we see on social media in Nigeria. Just like Amy said, and you host, when it comes to things that are educating, they don't trend. It's only the ones that are not so good, the bad ones, people shaking their backside,
Mhm.
people showing us that they did BBL, and people spraying money. That's what trends. That's what trend. If we can change that to promoting more things that that are helpful. We are talking about when you come to America here, oh, they are genius, da. It's the same brain. No, it's how
Yes.
you use your brain. Do you understand? These young ones are so intelligent, because some people will say if they are intelligent enough to know how to do yahoo, that means you know what they can do if they are introduced to technology, if they are introduced to things that will help them in life. But they want fast money. And if
One.
you go on Instagram, you see young girls. Young girls. There was one that I think Obodo Ibo TV shared. She was talking, or Lindy KJ, I can't remember. If you don't have Range Rover, young girl, 19 years old. If you don't have Range Rover and a big house in so, I'm not for you. Don't come near me. I will not date you. That is their mentality. Everything is about money. And what are these young men doing? They want to get money at all costs.
Yeah.
And that's why you see the bad things happening. Buying people, buying their girlfriends to get money. Think
Yes.
about that mentality. Because of what we see on social media. You will see Nigerians on social media spreading money as if it is nothing. If you have that, there are roads that needs to be built.
Mm.
There are hospitals, they don't have good hospitals. Use that big money, build hospitals, pay doctors good, well. Nigerians are the smartest people around the world. We are smart. Even here in America, if you say, "Oh, I'm from Nigeria," they will be happy. Oh, you guys are very hardworking, and we are very educated here.
Yeah.
But well, they won't. They will just use that money to go chase women. And some of these people that work at night, there are some words I don't want to use here. I don't want, yeah, that work at night. They'll tell you they charge millions. And some of
They
these
don't
men,
work at night anymore, Uju. They work in the day. They do the hookup on the internet.
ah,
It's no longer working at night.
they'll charge millions. And you see married people with that million going to service them. Can't you use that money to develop your country? I know the government is not doing what they're supposed to do, but if you have it, do something. They need hospitals there in Nigeria. They need healthcare personnel. They need people to train them. Everything shouldn't be you go on social media. Oh, this or one way. They're shaking their bam 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 bam. They're shaking. It's tiring.
It is.
And the other day I was just thinking, I'm like, Nigeria has the most churches, the highest number of churches in the world. Every
Yeah.
corner is a church. Still, immorality is high.
Mm-hmm.
People are not honest, very dubious,
Yeah.
very selfish.
Yeah.
So, as we are blaming the government, let us blame the citizens. If
Wow.
we push out things that are educating, things that people will learn from, hopefully it will overshadow all this mess, all these things that I see that I just frown at.
Would you? I was thinking that could make changes for Nigeria. I remember last year or last 2 years when we started YouTube. Those
Mhm,
were the core things we are talking about: how to engage positively and all of that.
mhm.
They don't sell,
They don't.
and the media is no longer the media of those days. The media, they want the quick money from social media. Everybody's chasing this money. When you talk about the things they are showcasing, the girl about Range Rover, do you know there is a channel on Facebook? My sister was the one that brought my attention to it. I can't remember the page on Facebook. My sister kept me on the phone lamenting about Nigeria for over an hour. I was like, Madam, I didn't work, I beg. She said, she kept talking. She didn't even want me to say a word. She lives in California. She was so angry that why is the country so consumed with money? Everything money, money, money. That particular page
Oh,
on YouTube is doing a show.
mhm.
They will bring girls and bring boys, young people, and ask them, how much is the wig you're wearing? They say
Hey,
500,000. They will
Jesus.
now say, how much is your monthly salary? Some will say 80,000, some will say 120, and you're wearing 800,000 with on your hair. Then ask them, will you date a young man that is from youth service or just started a new job? They say no. Young girls. I was like, I wanted to get angry at first. And I told my sister, no, as a content creator, this might just be content. But let me have it in my conscience that it's content so that I don't get so upset. Because if I did not have it as conscience, I would have been very, very furious. And that is the reality of what is happening in Nigeria.
But they
A
do
young
it.
girl will
They
have
do it.
extension wig for 750,000, and then your salary
It's
in a year
80,000.
is not up to 750,000. So you start asking, where did we lose it? Just like you rightly said, a country that has more churches than even Rome. They are more Christian than Rome. And at
Horrible.
the same time, immorality is the order of the day. I just told myself that it's very simple. If the pastor could be they could drag pastors on social media for dating. We know how a case of Sule Sule went, and all of them. And those pastors will still get back to their churches. The churches are not holding them accountable. So everybody, same old, same old. Everybody will be doing the same thing.
You
If
know,
my
I was in Nigeria 2 months
uh
ago. Sorry, host. I was in Nigeria 2 months ago, and I had the opportunity to interact with the young children. They are very smart.
yeah,
Nigeria, some parts have good education, good schools. These kids are smart. And these are the ones that are still growing that are not, exposed to what we see on social media, Instagram and all that.
mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, oh my God, do you know, after staying in Nigeria, I felt like moving back home
You see,
because these kids are smart, but it will not trend.
no,
Those smart ones, it will not trend. That
no,
somebody got straight A's, because straight A's will not trend on social media,
no,
because social media, they enjoy bad news.
yeah.
At a point, I'm like, I want to move back home. I really do want to move back home. But all we need is good government and citizens abiding by the law.
Bible.
That's
I
all.
said it here. They have to start from kindergarten to teach Nigerians what it means to be patriotic. From
Exactly.
this youth service thing that they are doing is nonsense. They had to go back to the drawing board, kindergarten, tell the children, tell them the truth. You have to be right. You have to do the right thing. Is it some parents pushing their daughters away? Why are you not married? Is it some parents pushing their sons away? Okay, son already bought a Jeep and you're still here, you're using Legacy's Benz. So the thing has to start from the foundation, getting it right from the onset. Not when a child is completely forming youth service, you're talking about integration.
Mm.
No,
And
no.
another thing, host, think about it. When they are back home, they behave anyhow, but when they come to a foreign country, they behave. Think
Wow.
about it. Because there is law, there is rule, and they follow it. Why can't they do it back home? I had a story. Somebody was telling a story. Oh, because he had this a Nigerian. He had this sports car, and he loves to speed. You know, in Nigeria, he would just speed, horn, and all that. He said when he came to America, he wanted to do that. People say if you try that, you know, but he obeyed the rules here.
Yeah.
Why can't they do the same back home? You see people
Because the
loitering.
rules are not working, it's not effective, it's not enforceable.
But we shouldn't. We should do the same thing when we go home. Most of them travel out during vacation. Learn the good things here when you travel out in a foreign country. When you go home, try to implement it. Try to do it. That's how you help a country. It's like, okay, when you come here, you don't loiter the streets. You don't throw anything out from your car. You know, when you go home, when you go back home, do the same thing. But I must say something. The last time I visited, I saw some improvement, especially, when the airport. I
Okay.
was so impressed with the officials, the staff at the airport. The last time I went before this, it wasn't that way. Everybody will say, I'm Auntie Chola Anyego. You are carrying contraband. What is contraband? My own clothes is contraband. How? Just for you to give them, something, bribe. I say, how can my own clothes is how can my clothes I'll go wear be
Mm-hmm.
contraband? What are you talking about? Until you give them something, oh, okay, you can pass. But this time around, I think that they behaved better. I didn't see that much contraband and teacher something or waiting. Do you understand?
Yeah.
If I felt that you did a good job, of course I'll tip you. That's how it's done here. You tip people. If you go to the restaurant or if somebody does a good job for you, there are places you don't tip people here, But so I think that we can do it all, but it takes everybody. It takes all the citizen. It takes the government. Everybody to work hand in hand. Just like, okay, it works here. Think about it. We pay tax. Whether you like it or not, if you don't, Uncle Sam will carry you go jail. But in
Bam.
Nigeria, how many people are paying tax? Do you understand?
Yeah, that is the truth.
How many?
Sometimes the truth, like you understand, is bitter, but it should still be said. And the thing is that when you keep giving it out, you're doing your quota, what you believe you can contribute to the society at the time. But for the person receiving it, how do they want it? The next thing they will say, we are just here speaking English, is because we live overseas. Life is good for us. That's why. They don't
No.
want to see the positivity in what we are saying and the things they can pick and the things they should run with. But that is it. It still bothers me that even up till now, not even Linda Ikeji shared the story of those girls that won that debate in overseas. They won that debate. It was yesterday's news. Nobody shared about it apart from P2B. How can you encourage the youth when you're not encouraging the people doing the right thing? We saw how the jam girl that forged her result, how her story was everywhere. They were selling the story like food and all of that. But these ones that are doing the positive thing, right thing, to encourage their folks in secondary schools in Nigeria, nobody's celebrating them. It is
Host,
it
host.
is what it is. It
Yeah,
is
but my
what it is.
advice before I leave, wherever you are in your little corner, start doing what you have to do. Start doing the right thing. At least when we start small, at least it will spread. People will start seeing, the other side, the good side of Nigeria. At a point, I was so ashamed to say I'm from Nigeria. If people ask me here, where are you from? I'll be like, okay, I'm from, because what they see on social media. They'll say, but your country, they do this, they do that. Somebody called me and was asking me for, I'm like, yeah, 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 I know. Something like that.
Yeah.
So let's start from our own little corner and start doing good and start training these young ones. Even I was telling myself, all these this, I'm not gisting anymore. Let me start. I don't care if I have three or four people. Let's start training our youth. Let's start these young ones. They don't know. They go by what they see on social media. We need more voices out there to direct them to the right path. Because when in Nigeria, the rich are getting richer, the poor poorer, and things are happening. It's no longer funny. The rich are hoarding money. They don't want to help. They don't want to do anything to help the country.
No, the help they are providing is for you to continue to be slaves to them. That's the help they are helping.
Horrible.
Answering them sa ma sa sa sa, and they'll be giving you, chicken change. You think you're making money. You think you're
Peanuts.
doing something. That
It
is
will
the kind of
change.
help they
They
are giving.
don't realize that here you have to work, whether you like it or not. You work, you have to make money, you have to pay Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
People think, okay, I make $1,000. You think you're taking that $1,000 home. No.
No,
At
you're
the
not.
end of the day, you may end up taking maybe $600 or even 500, because
Yeah.
when you pay tax, you pay your health benefits, you pay other little benefits that you have to pay, your social
Mhm.
security, all that. You end up going home with,
You pay unemployment too.
unemployment and all that stuff that you need to pay.
Mhm.
The health insurance is not free. You pay for health insurance.
It's not beans at all.
It's
It's not.
not. People don't realize that.
It's not.
And then when your take home, you'll be wondering what. When I came to this country newly, and my first job that I got, I calculated, oh, I'm making this an hour, I'm going to get this. At the end of the day, after 2 weeks, they give. I'm like, oh, no, 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 they made a mistake in my salary. I said, honey, they made a mistake. It's like, how? I'm like, see, I'm supposed to get this because I already calculated what I was supposed to. He's like, welcome to America. He said, Uncle Sam has taken his, Social Security has taken theirs,
Mhm.
health insurance. This is what you're left with. But we have to do it because when you pay tax, it makes the country better. So in Nigeria, let's stop paying tax, stop evading tax, stop dodging taxes. Hi. My God, host has don't disappear, she has disappeared. So, but that's the thing. We should start in our little corner and start making a difference. Because this generation, this Z generation, that's what they call them. They need help. They need serious help. Everything is not about your body. Everything is not about your backside. Everything is not about your front side. You're more than that. You're better than that. And it pains me to see girls, young girls, dressing anyhow. And I ask my question, why is it that men cover up? Men that don't even have anything to show, they cover up very well. But women, they want you to see everything. Their front side will be hanging, their back side will be hanging. I don't understand it. I
Thank
don't
you so
understand it.
much, Ujunwa and Yoma. I can see your passion for the country, and that's what it should be. But unfortunately, our people that we are even having this passion for are not interested.
I
Uh,
hope they will. They will.
they are
They
not
will.
interested, honestly. I have to say the way it is. If you go to Facebook and see what Nigerians are putting out on Facebook, they are not interested.
All
Everybody
right.
is doing what is the algorithm wants them to do because they want to make money. They are passing false information all over the place. They want to make money. If you look at it, check out some of the channels we started with on YouTube that went the other way. They are the channels that are bubbling. Then the channels that are not doing the extreme are still struggling. That is the game
Those
of.
channels, I look at them, I'm like, where are they getting all this information from?
Thank
Then
you.
you just wake up and just formulate something and come and speak it, and people are buying it.
Yes, that's what the Nigerians are interested to hear,
Ah,
and that's what algorithm likes. So however we look at it, which is still boils down to pay family, I still looked at all these things we are talking about. They might not get anything from social media, but they will get it from their families. They will get it from their mothers and fathers, especially when they are small, but not when they are grown. So we should be talking about, if you go for August meeting, how we advise the women. If you go to women association, to advise the women on how to be better mothers, how to, the kind of messages they should be passing to their children, not to tell their kids and start comparing their children with other people's children. Just like our five fingers are, they are never equal, will never be equal. Births, our mothers, will they understand it? Hopefully, they will understand it in the future.
Okay.
Braids by
Thank you.
Inaya Hair. Thank you so
Bye.
much, Mel Fitness, for joining me. That's Braids by Inaya.
All right.
She
Bye bye,
is.
host. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ujuma Yama, for
Thank you
having
for
for
having me.
coming. Thank you. I really appreciate your contribution.
Bye,
Thank you
bye,
so much.
host. Host, please let me just quickly drop my contribution. I want to step out of the house.
Okay.
Um, um, Concerning what Omuju was saying, I feel that when it starts from the top, then it will go to the bottom. For example, this our last election that happened, I've heard so many people say, be the worst person you can be, so long
Co-host,
as you,
co-host,
yes.
can you continue? I'll be right back.
Okay, okay, let me continue. Okay, like this our last election, I heard so many people say, be the worst you can be, do whatever you want to do, so long as you have money, you can attain any position in Nigeria. When things like this are allowed, when certain kinds of people are allowed into power in Nigeria, what kind of message are you spreading to the younger ones? For example, JAM. Before, if you don't pass JAM, you will not be able to go to the university. But now we see the plenty wuru that is done at the top. What message are you passing to those people that are trying to write JAM? You will make them feel that you don't have to pass JAM. So long as you have money, you will buy your way through. That's why I feel that it comes from the top before it now goes to the bottom. If the people who are supposed to lead are not doing the right thing, how do you now expect those that they are leading to do the right thing? And also concerning the tax aspect, we pay lots of tax here in Nigeria, lots of it. We pay from our salaries, we pay light, we pay water, we pay dustbin. If you have a house, there's a land use charge. Everything. If you even go to the market, if you buy maybe two wheelbarrow, you will pay tax for that two wheelbarrows that will carry your goods to the bus stop or will carry your goods to your house. If you have a shop, the taxes you pay as a shop owner in Nigeria, oh my God, in fact, is uncountable. There's local government, there's state, there's street. No, 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 no. So I think we even pay more tax here in Nigeria than in that abroad self. But the only difference is that in abroad, the tax you are paying, you are seeing it. Here in Nigeria, there's a insurance. My husband's company collect every month from the salary. It's health insurance. I went there, which day was that? They were telling me you are limited to this. I was just screaming at them. So you can't tell me I'm limited to just this and this. And I'm spending this amount of money on health insurance every month. You cannot even do anything with only dental. And the dental self is just polishing of teeth. You can't do anything serious. But over there in the overseas, when you pay health, at least you can even have your baby. When you go to the hospital, they give you one or two things. That's just the difference between here and Nigeria. They mean they will do the right thing with the tax we pay. Nobody will complain about paying tax. But what's the need of paying tax? And at the end, the person you're paying the tax to, they are using your money to send their children overseas. So
Emily, did you see
it's
what Mel said? Mel said most of Niger tax is a Wayo tax. So, see, Emily, you're so right.
yes now.
You're so
Yes
right. You know,
now.
when I was in Lagos, I was with my sister in Lagos when we were still in the university. So it was like a stopover home for all of us from school. So my sister's megad, he had a small kiosk in front of the gate, right? That small kiosk, they were charging the boy taxes. The boy no even
Yes
understand
now.
English.
Yes, now. Do you know
So
that before you can even put banner in front of your house, you will pay tax for it?
imagine.
When when this shop thing was still on before all that happened, if you have television in your shop, there's a tax for it.
Wait, wait,
Yes.
wait. Yummy Kitchen, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. MEC, most of those taxes you're talking about are not accounted for. It doesn't go to the government.
I'm sure now. Sure.
So those ones goes to what, to the maybe chairman of the local government, or the people that they have a channel where they report those kind of taxes, and that's why the country is the way the country is. Because if you all the taxes you just narrated now, if they can take those taxes, everything go channeling to one purse, government purse, they will be able to realize money they will use to do other things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
So,
not
so,
like
so that's why I'm like, it's not about paying tax in Nigeria. There's a problem. What are they using the tax for? I
yeah.
don't mind paying taxes through. I don't mind earning 1 million naira and I'm paying tax 400,000, and I don't need to bother about security. I don't need to bother about lots of things. Healthcare especially. We don't have healthcare in Nigeria. Healthcare especially. What is now the need? I pay all those tax finish at the end. I have just small headache. You're telling me to go and take line in General Hospital. I'm number 502.
Hmm.
Honest. I'll be in the comment section, Jerry. I want to step out. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, host. Thank you, co-host, for joining me today. It's been an amazing Saturday and a busy one for me. Give me 1 second, host. Just hold it off for me for a second, okay? Let me.
Okay. Okay. One thing I just want us to know is that wherever you find yourself, just be the change that you want to see in the country. We cannot keep saying leaders this, leaders. Oh, I don't call them leaders. I call them rulers. Rulers this, rulers that, rulers the other one. If you're complaining that the government is corrupt, you in your own way, your own very small way, make one or two positive changes, one or two positive impacts in your society, in your community. By the time someone else joins you, by the time we have at least 70% of Nigerians population doing the right thing. I believe with time, everything will adjust. Thank you
Hmm.
so much.
Thank you, Emmy. Well said, well said. You said it right. Honestly, I really appreciate your contribution today. I appreciate the conversation and also your point of view. So, guys, we've been talking about things that happen Nigerian roundup. We talked about the drum of war in Niger by ECOWAS. We talked about AY how a home that got burnt, and then Amy was we are privileged to have Amy who also lives in Lagos. She kind of explained that those areas would definitely have home insurance. So this is giving me a lot of relief now, knowing that his home will be rebuilt and all of that. So I am happy. I don't know the kind of insurance they have though, but I know if it's what we have over here, they will rebuild your home for you without you sweating it out because you have paid for that home insurance maybe for years. And this will be an opportunity for everybody to hear and know if you're building a home, make sure you have home insurance. Don't come and say that, God, no, fire will not happen to me. Allah Maje. There is nobody that is set for any of those dooms to happen to. It can happen to anybody. You just have to do what you have to do. And over dependence on God will not allow this to happen. God forbid. About Nigerians is getting out of hand. That's why they don't want to see things, or rather take the bulls by the horn by challenging their pastors when they feel their pastors are doing wrong, or calling them out, holding them accountable, likewise holding their government accountable. Because they say, no, consign me, I beg. God will not allow that to happen to me. Let a lot of things happening around you be a wake-up call for you to know that no, God has given you the brain to function. He has given you the might, the health. The rest is for you to do the needful. Do your own part so that God can do his own part. If you're building a home, get a home insurance. If you don't have one already, you can still get one. And if your church pastor is doing something wrong, challenge them, hold them accountable for their actions. That is where you see leadership. Just likewise, Nigerian government, Hold them accountable for their actions, starting from your local government to your what is it, the state assembly, to the House of Assembly, to senators, and to what even the ministers and the government allowed the presidency. Hold everybody accountable. If your president is drumming for war, you guys can take and ask him, let your children be on the front line, then we can all join. There should be some accountability here because, like my co-host said, Uju said, the rich is getting richer, the poor getting poorer. That is the fact, and that is what is going on in Nigeria. I said it here, and I'll still come and say it here. This reorientation is what is majorly needed in Nigeria. Reorientation should start from age 4, age 3. Not when someone is headed to new service at 21, 22, 23. You're telling them orientation. No, let us start from the young ages to educate our children what to do, what is right. And when your child that you know has no job is bringing gift items home, sit that child down and find out what the child is doing to be bringing the money. You don't have a job, then you're bringing money. Is that not telling you that your child is differing somewhere or doing the other? Let's be accountable for what God has put in our hands. Our children, we should be able to hold ourselves accountable for our kids' action. If you don't start on time, don't come and cry foul in the future. The things are happening, but I believe there is still good in everybody. There is good in every human being. Let's use this opportunity to see the best we can put out and let God magnify that best. Don't expect the government to do it for you alone. Start in your own little way to contribute. Start in your own little way. Not this one you sit in the bus and then you eat banana and then you fling the banana peel through the window and expect food to come and clean it. No. We should do the little things we can do and see how the country will be better. And also, I talked about, I can't even remember all the things we talked about today, but please help me with the catching up when you rewatch this video. We talked about the young folks from the Eastern Nigeria that won the international debate. It is a Nigerian student debate. They became the international debate championship in Malaysia. These were a set of students from Anambra State, Nigeria. They defeated in Nigeria. They won in Nigeria, won in Africa, and then they went international, and they are the international debate championship. Why am I so interested in this? Maybe because my daughter is a debater too. Maybe that's why I love kids talking about policies, talking about how to make the world a better place. I enjoy this conversation because it challenges their little mind and they go into research and then come back to like tell you things that maybe you missed or you did not even know about. So let's encourage our young folks. I will say congratulations to them and their schools, and as well the states they came from, and Nigeria at large. This goes to show there is still good in Nigeria. Nigerian youth should be encouraged. Nigerian youth should be empowered. Nigerian youth should be encouraged to do the right thing. It doesn't hurt anybody to do the right thing. So let's see it from that direction. And I'll be calling it a day today. I hate to go, but I had a son for the weekend, so they are here to pick my son for the weekend. So I have to go say bye bye, and for that reason, I'm ending my live stream. Thank you guys for being so kind with your words. Thank you guys for being kind with your contribution, and God bless you guys real good. Go out there, have fun. It's Saturday. It's starting for most people. Enjoy the sun because very soon it will be winter. Until I see you guys in my next live stream or in my next video, be well, be the best version of yourself, and do the best you can to benefit others. Bye.